So these terms come from, I can't remember the guy who invented it, but it's the innovation distribution curve. So you start with an innovator, it gets picked up by adopters, then you've got mass and works through to laggards. I find that model quite patronizing, and I find the language quite patronizing as well. It kind of implies that you're one type rather than what the truth is, which you can be many types in different things. So I'm an inventor when it comes to business, because I created my own business. I'm an early adopter when it comes to cooking, because it's my passion, it's my hobby. I spend time doing it. I'm, I don't know, a mass market with most of the other things, and I'm a laggard when it comes to men's fashion. You can be different things, right, in different parts of your life. And for me, the difference is an inventor creates something. An early adopter is someone who's passionate about a topic. And for me, the difference between someone that I put my energy into it. So I put my energy, I put my resources, I put my time, I put my passion. That energy creates connections, it creates knowledge, it creates, people phone me up and say, Jez, how do I cook chicken? Because my friends know that I know that, because I've spent time working out how to do the best chicken, yeah? Because I really like eating. But my passion creates connection, and it creates knowledge, and it creates resources, which other people can then tap into. My friend Steve, who is an early adopter on design, is brilliant, more mainstream about cooking. So he doesn't need to know, he doesn't care. He's not going to read the books. He's not going to find 15 ways of cooking roast chicken. He's going to phone me up and go, Jez, how do I cook chicken? And I'm going to go, this is what you need. Because he shortcuts it straight away. And that's the definition between an early adopter and the mainstream. The mainstream want the same results, but they don't care about the process. And what I think is super interesting is, given any, and this is a theory of mine, a hypothesis, I think any change in the market will follow the path of the early adopters. It won't follow all of them, but it will follow some of them. And we did this piece of work on vaping years ago, and it was fascinating. It was where this idea first got into my head. So you have the early adopting vaping community. So vaping 5 years ago was much less standardized than it is now. And so you get the guys with their tattoos, the beards, all of this stuff, talking about, you could make any different part of the vape. So you could build your own container, you could make your own liquids, that everything about it was kind of customizable, and you're getting loads of people going, I'm going to do this. The conversation from that crew was an excited one about experimentation. And then what you got is people coming in who wanted to give up smoking. And they were going, how do I do this? And how does that work? And they didn't care about the strokey beard tattoo stuff over here. They wanted to give up smoking. So the job they needed to get done was to find a way of dealing with the cravings. And the interplay between those two audiences was fascinating, because this was the mass market and this is the early adopters. And the brand that we were working for at the time was able to then go, all right, it's about controllability. But it's not, I don't want endless controllability. I won't want a million settings. I want 3 settings, because then I feel in control, but enough. And that's it. And for me, it's like that really opened a window in my mind, because it makes a lot of sense. The mainstream don't have the time to think about how green fashion is going to evolve. They don't have the time. But if they see something that then fits into their values and then enables them to do something easily, bosh, that's how it goes. And I think social is so fascinating, one, in terms of understanding that, but then watching the trajectory as it then starts being taken up. And we think of this mass market in the middle and these little dots of emergent behavior around the edges. One of those dots is going to be the path which the mainstream jump into the next mode of behavior. And that's the stuff that I find fascinating.